is the Jamaica Labour Party JLP falling into disrepute? That's a pressing question as the party continues to be dogged by disunity and another attempt to overthrow its leader Andrew Holness. Mr. Holness remains in the hot seat as the party's top brass contemplates whether he's the man to lead the JLP to victory. On Friday, JLP members of Parliament turned out in their numbers at the party's headquarters on Belmont Road in St. Andrew. The parliamentary caucus assessed Mr. Holness's stewardship and the future of the party. Those discussions are expected to be concluded on Tuesday at another meeting set for the party's Belmont Road headquarters. It's understood that some MPs are unimpressed with Mr. Holness's ability to lead the party to political victory against the ruling People's National Party, PNP. However, political commentator Kevin O'Brien Chang sees things differently. He argues that based on the latest political polls, the JLP leader's popularity has soared. He disagrees with any attempts to oust Holness.
A year and a half ago, Mr. Holness and Mr. Shaw had a race for the leadership of the JLP, and the delegates voted overwhelmingly for Mr. Holness. Since then, we've had 3 polls in Jamaica, one Bill Johnson, Sudan, and Anderson, one just last month. Mr. Holness ranks well ahead of Portia Simpson Miller in terms of favorability. So he is clearly the facts show he is the most popular leader in Jamaica. He's more popular than Portia Simpson Miller, more popular than Andrew Shaw. These are facts, these are not opinions. But if whatever people think about Mr. Holness, he's good and bad like all other politicians. The people clearly think he is the man, he's the most popular politician, and he's the man they want to lead the JLP. Now, why would anybody want to remove the most popular leader in the country?
Meanwhile, it's reported that some of the party's financial backers are refusing to provide funding once Holness remains at the helm of the party.
The man is ahead in all the polls. If he's unpopular in the polls, clearly, well, all the time unpopular leaders get replaced. Okay? So it's not his popularity. Is it because the man is an idiot? Does he talk any more less sense than any other politician? As I say, does he have a bad reputation? That's what the media should be asking. Why are people trying to remove him? And who are these people trying to remove him? And why are they unwilling to give the man any funding? Why is it, and why are the media asking these questions? Because the facts on the ground, Mr. Holness's popularity with the people is unquestioned. The facts are there to show it. Whether you like him or not, he won a leadership race, he's ahead in all the polls. There's no question that he's popular with the people. So the question is, why are people trying to remove a popular leader? That's not common sense. Are they going to say the JLP will do better in the polls with a less popular leader? Does that make any sense? That's like saying black is white.
Political historian Troy Kane shares a different perspective. He doesn't believe Mr. Holness has done much to improve the party's standings. For Mr. Kane, Andrew Holness could be responsible for some of the ills plaguing the party.
Mr. Holness has turned out to be someone, it seems, very vindictive. That's the feeling of many within and out of the party. Especially as it relates to people who didn't back him in that contest versus Shaw back in 2013. And most of the problems that the JLP is having now has sort of been precipitated by that event. A lot of well-known, high-profile Labour Party people who were either MPs or candidates or senators or whatever has fell victim to all of this under Mr. Holness, who now is trying to give an impression that he wants to bury the hatchet, he wants to show the olive branch. But I think the problem is that a lot of people feel that Mr. Holness has already sown the seeds of divisiveness in terms of how he handled his post-election victory back in November 2013.
In the meantime, Mr. Kane doesn't believe the JLP is perturbed by the timing, given that general elections are constitutionally due in 2016.
A number of people feel that Mr. Holness just cannot carry the party home. And in that respect, some people don't feel that Mr. Holness has what it takes as a leader to get the party home to victory, whether in the next election or any other election, right? And as such, they feel that it is better to be late than not at all. So, as long as there's some time left, I think their way of thinking is let's get something done, get somebody else to lead the party, and our chances can't be any worse than if Holness is leading it. And I think that is the school of thought, right? And this really, a lot of this has largely been due to Mr. Holness's fault. And the way, as I said, the way how he has handled his victory in 2013, and what he has done to personnel within the party. So when it comes down to this, it really doesn't matter how close an election is or how far it is away. You're really more interested in getting someone else. A number of people feel that Mr. Holness just cannot carry the party home.
So if not Andrew Holness, who should lead the party?
But Mr. Shaw is not doing badly. Mr. Shaw is just a few points. I think 2 or 3 points behind Mr. Holness. And in fact, Chris Tufton has improved magnificently because he has gone up. I think he has gone up by about 10 points, from 7 to 17 points, and he's not even a member of Parliament yet. And he's having some problems settling down in a St. Catherine seat that is really a safe JLP seat. So more than likely he'll be the candidate he'll win the runoff to be the candidate who's going to run. And if he runs there, more than likely he'll succeed, right? So these are really what is happening right now in the party.
And Chairman of the JLP, Robert Montague, is appealing for calm ahead of Tuesday's meeting. In a release on Monday, Mr. Montague stressed that reports in the media that the party is in a crisis are greatly overstated. He notes that the JLP has issues that must be resolved internally. Mr. Montague assured supporters that decisions by the party will be made in their best interest. He adds that the party has been refining its preparations for the general elections, which includes finalizing campaign programs, securing resources, and enumerating voters.